What's up, everybody? Hopefully all of you are doing well. I have a new fragrance release for the year 2025, and this one is from the House of Penhaligon, so a niche release, and it is from their Portraits collection line, so a new release in that line, at least for the year 2025, and the one that we're talking about is Fortuitous Finley, so the horse. They've added the horse to the rest of the animals they have, and in today's video, what you can expect, we're going to be hopping a little bit more into this presentation. Also, this is a first impression, so we're diving in to the unknown. Just going to be mentioning what the fragrance smells like, maybe some notes that my nose can pick up. Also, too, I might comment on when this fragrance can be best used, so wearability a little bit. Can't really comment on longevity and performance, of course, and also projection because this is a first impression. Now, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, and keep it locked because we're going to be talking more Fortuitous Finley right after this. Let's go ahead and hop into that presentation a little bit more. Let's go ahead and rip off this right here. Jeez, this is strong on today. It's a hard one to get off. There we go, get the plastic out of here. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so here's the box. It's kind of textured a little bit. I know you all can't hear, but kind of hear it with me rubbing it, of course. But this Portraits collection, if you didn't know, they kind of go about talking about a story. Like in the back, it talks about Fortuitous Finley and how he relates with some of the other animals or all that type of jazz. And like for prime example, it talks about Lady Blanche. That is a female fragrance in this collection. So basically, it's pretty cool. And they also mentioned Lord George. He is also another animal in this as well. Let's talk about the story of Fortuitous Finley, but nice artwork on the box, name down here. And if you also didn't know anything about Penhaligons, this is more, in my opinion, it's more of a grown-up house. You're not going to find those Paco Rabanne fragrances when you come with Penhaligons. This is more of a, I would feel like this is more of a grown man type of vibe with this. It's not that youthful, playful type of sense. This is more of a guy that's serious, kind of not older man vibes, but when I mention this, more mature vibes. Basically he's still a little playful, but he comes down to business. He knows what he wants. That's what I'm trying to get with this fragrance house. And the best way I can relate it is if you looked at like Paco Rabanne again, very sweet, very powerful. I feel like Penhaligons is the complete opposite. Of course, Penhaligons is a niche house and that is a designer house, but enough about that. I just wanted to touch on that. And here is more of the bottle, so there is the horse head for you. And then we got the green smelly water in there as well. And then on the front, you got the Fortuitous Finley. So this is how a lot of the bottles come. They just got different animal heads. And I will say, from this line, you know, one of my Holy Grail fragrances is the Blazing Mr. Sam. Really enjoy that one. I enjoy the elephant head as well. I've brought that one up on the channel. Omnipotent Mr. Thompson, yes. And then the deer one too. I forget what that one's called. I can't believe I'm blanking. But that one's solid as well. Kind of a soapy-esque fragrance. But more to this one here. This is the one we're talking about, the new release. Cap clicks into place. Snug. But yeah, let's go ahead and take it off. There you go. And then the bottle sits in here as well. I forgot to mention that, but enough jabbering about the presentation. Let's go ahead and hop into the fragrance. A little caveat with this first impression. I am still a little sick, so the smelling of the best way I can describe it is my nose might be a little flawed today, but we'll see. I'm going to go in the hand, not wearing anything. Going to spray it on the hand and in the air for you all. So let's go ahead, give Fortuitous Finley. Let's give it a sniff, all right? Give this smelly water a sniff. So let's go ahead. Good lined up at the atomizer, you know how we do it. 2 sprays and then 1 in the air for good reason. Man, this is... Are you kidding me? This is good, man. Just straight off the rip, I'm getting some warm spice here. And this is really, oh my gosh. And I'm getting some nuttiness as well. Man, some leather tones too. I will say with the Portraits collection, I have noticed with all the scents, they are very solid in the opening. They got a designer-esque opening, in my opinion, when they're really packing a punch here. But this in the air, this has got some kind of addictive facet. I want to say it's some type of patchouli that I'm really getting here. But I am getting that leather coming out from the base, really putting my nose up to it. You can really get it. It's kind of on the outskirts in the air here. I'm getting some sweetness. I can't really put my finger. Maybe it's from that patchouli, some woodiness as well. I am getting that. But there is some type of other facet to it here. I'm trying to put my nose to it, not my name to it, but here also too, I think I'm getting a big blast of like freshness. But I will say the freshness, I guess the best way I could say it, if I had to put it into a chord facet, I would say probably like something like ozonic right here, and it's very airy. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, that I will say in the air, it smells a lot different than up close. Up close, I'm getting a lot of more suede leather, I would say. A lot more that, I feel like the leather is a base note. I want to say it is in this fragrance here. But I'm getting some other facets, and I'm not going to lie to you all. I did see that this has some pistachio and this has some matcha. I don't really have very much experience with matcha in it. And this is from my understanding, this is, and reading the write-up from the brand, this is a pistachio-forward type of fragrance here. And I am getting that heavy, even with my going through my sickness going on here. But man, this is good. I would say you do get that leather dominance, but it has some other facets in it that are just, I guess the best word to say is beautifully blended. And I feel like this is very kind of candy-esque, if that makes sense. Like, I'm getting some type of candy vibes with this, and it's like, it's kind of weird to say, but I'm getting like some sweetness and some saltiness. And I also know salt is a note as well. But man, I like it a lot more out in the air than I do on my hand. On my hand, I'm really just getting a lot of leather, and I'm getting some nuttiness as well, and I'm getting more of that ozonic feel in the air. I'm getting more spiciness on my hand here. I'm getting more greenness on my hand. In the air, I'm getting a little bit more saltiness. I'm getting some aromatics as well. Oh, man. But yeah, this is kind of a roller coaster, I would say. It kind of surprised me because it's doing a lot of different things right now to my nose. Like, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, but it's very, very different. Different than what I'm used to right now. Like, I'm getting these leather forward fragrances a lot. Like, they've been releasing a lot like crazy, but this one is different. And I will say the reason it's different is maybe because of that pistachio forwardness in this scent, and then also that matcha. Like I said, I do not really know what matcha smells like, but I do know what salt smells like, and I know that's in this fragrance here. And that is, I'm getting that. And overall, the more this is drying down, the more it's settling down off my hand here, the more it's getting more smooth, more rained out. I'm getting more woodiness. I'm getting more patchouli because, like I mentioned, the air, I was getting more kind of ozonic vibes. Overall, this is good. This is good. And I will say I don't have too much experience with pistachio style scents. There's another scent coming out this year that's going to have pistachio in it. I think it's Amen Stella from Mugler, from that line. But man, this one here, good. It's very good. I'm getting, I will say now, since it's developing a little bit more, I'm getting a little bit less of the leather, and I'm getting more of those mid notes coming out. So that pistachio and that matcha. That matcha's coming out as well. Woodiness too, from the hand. I can still smell in the air a little bit as well. But overall, if you had to, at least in the opening, if you had to tell me, like, you had me locked up and you're like, hey, I'm not letting you out until you tell me some notes from this fragrance or in some accords. And I will say in the opening, some accords, you're going to get some warm spice, you're going to get some saltiness, you're going to get some sweetness from something. I can't really tell what that sweetness, maybe from the matcha, I don't know, I can't really comment on that. You are going to get some greenness too, some patchouli and woody vibes, and then some ozonic tones with some aromatics too. I will say the aromatics are coming out more as the fragrance dries down, less in that opening, but overall, some notes, like I mentioned, I did take a look at this fragrance in the notes when it first officially came out, and I saw there was some salt, pistachio, matcha, and then that opening, there's some star anise too, I think, in this scent, if I remember right, and then leather in the base, and some woods in the base overall. I can't remember all the top notes. I just remember the middle notes because they really stood out. I didn't really see many fragrances using those middle notes, of course, but this one is solid overall, guys. If you enjoy the Portraits collection, I will say some of the Portraits collection, some of the earlier fragrances and the line, the performance has not been the best, I will say. The best one I've seen for performance-wise is the Blazing Mr. Sam off My Skin, and that one does solid, like good enough. And then there's a Harrods exclusive one. I think it's Mr. Harrod or something. I have that one as well, and that one does pretty good performance. That's a rose oud, if I remember right, type of scent. I haven't worn that one for a while, but this is very pleasing, and I would say this is going to be a very, just off first impression, off first rip, this would be a fragrance I would wear anywhere. This would be something that if you like your suede leather type of fragrances, I feel like anybody could wear. But again, you are getting that Penhaligon's vibe. You are getting that Portraits vibe, which what I'm saying by that is this is more of that grown-up type of style of fragrance. The perfumery being done here is more of that grown-up. This isn't, again, it's not your sweet type of DNA here. It's not your bubblegummy sweet type of scents. It's something that I always like Penhaligon's for. It's, I don't know, it's just got that mature vibe to it. That's all I'm trying to say is here. But yeah, definitely this one. I got this one for a very solid deal off a discounter too, so that makes it even better because these are expensive fragrances, I will say. And for the amount of smelly water you get, for how much you get, you know, you gotta be careful with the blind buying. That's all I'm trying to say. Make sure you sample. Try out, see what you like. Go to a department store, get a sample online. See what you think, because I'm a big advocate for that. You know, we all like the thrill of blind buying from time to time, but when you got fragrances costing up to $400, $500, and even $300, you might want to think about that. But basically, for Tortoise Finley, it gets 2 thumbs up from me. I think this is a good fragrance, and basically right now, based off first impression, it is going in the summertime. I feel like in the high heat situation, this would do okay. This would do okay. So I might give it out. I might give it some tries, or excuse me, I might give it a try in the summer. But right now we're kind of in that late spring, going into May right now as I make this video, and I feel like it's going to do well in this springtime. You know, green scents usually do pretty well in the spring, but I will have to do a follow-up video on this scent here because I'm really enjoying it. I'll do a review later on down the line once I give it more wears, give it more testing overall, and talk about that longevity, performance, and more of the wearability standpoint. But just off first rip, this one seems like it has good wearability overall. It's not something funky that's going to be crazy. And I feel like this kind of goes in a different direction than some of the other levers that have came out, and I think that contributes to the nuttiness of the pistachio, and that kind of be in the forefront of this scent here. So let me go ahead and give it one more smell. Man, this one's solid. This one is solid, guys. Okay, if you have not yet, try out the rest of the Portraits line from Penhaligon's. Every fragrance I've gotten from Penhaligon's has been solid, I will say. There have been a few letdowns, like there's I think it's the bulldog or the dog in this Portraits one. That's a big letdown for me. That one it smells good, but only lasts for like an hour or two. I'm like, come on. But then you got fragrances like Hafedi, and then you got the Dandy, And then you got this one here. You got the Blazing Mr. Sam. You got the Omnificent Mr. Thompson. And then you got, I think it's Lord George. I think that's the one, the soapy one, the one with the deer antlers. But overall, like I mentioned, I'm a fan of this one right now. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the House of Penhaligons. Appreciate you all sticking around this long throughout the whole video with me. It means a lot. And with all that being said, make sure you all stay true, be healthy, stay positive, and I'll see you all in the next video.